Here's another project. Previous owners lack with concern over adhering to the building code by connecting this hot water heater with copper tubing, flare fittings. That's what we got there. Connects the copper to the steel pipe and things like that. Silver coupler there is galvanized and not black iron. Black iron's the standard. The code for gas connections up to a valve, which I hope is functional. And I need to replace this copper now with black iron. Went to the store and bought a bunch of fittings, and I'm hoping that I can get these pipes on here and get them to line. Under normal circumstances, if I had a pipe vise, I'd just go by a length and a union, and maybe a nipple to connect the union to the T, but I just then cut the pipe, thread it, and put it in. But even the quote-unquote professionals don't appear to do that anymore, because when I had the furnace put in at the house in Hammond, they just came out with a box full of different sized nipples and connectors and fittings and just pieced it together. So I figured, okay, I can do that too. So I got one, like I said, went and got a bunch of pieces. I'm going to start taking this apart. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is I'm going to turn that gas valve off. You can see the little red lever on it there, and hope that it's sealed, it shuts off and seals. And then I will start taking this apart, get this flare fittings off, disconnect that, and start replacing this section here, get a union put on it. Now there's a slight misalignment between this coming out of the valve and this going into here, so I bought some elbows and some short nipples, and hopefully between the two of them I can get an alignment that will work. And so we'll see what happens. Let me get everything together here and get this camera on a tripod and see what we can come up with here. First thing I'm going to do, sounds obvious, I'm going to turn this gas valve off. That is off. I don't know, there's a little, that's kind of where it wants to stop. So I guess we should probably also turn this which way does it want to go to be off? It seems to be hanging up on there we go. Okay, we'll turn this off. And the gas valve is off, so I'm going to crack this flare fitting open, and oh, maybe I am. Alright, there we go. Pipe dope on. Yes, it seems. Pipe dope is just basically mineral oil and clay that gets in the threads and fills up the little spaces in the threads. That you really don't need on a flare fitting. The whole idea is it's a I didn't hear any kind of a hiss, so I guess that's a good thing. So apparently the gas is turned off at the valve. So we just start dismantling this flare fitting off of here. And we want to be careful not to put too much pressure on the valve there on the hot water heater. And of course I just use nylon tape, not what you'd expect in a gas situation. Although I suppose as long as you get those little gaps in the threads filled up, that's the main concern. Alright, now I'm going to need to gas is supplied with a particular chemical, gives it a unique smell. Just so you know, if there's a leak and you smell that smell, then you got a problem. So what I'm going to have to do, and that's the wrong direction, this is standard here. What you need this drip pipe for is if there's any condensation in the gas line, that it'll drip down into this pipe here and not flow into the device, which would, I imagine, have a tendency to interrupt the performance of that device, such as this hot water heater. You also have them, although you got a short one on the furnace over here, about a 4-inch one. I'll tell you the truth though, not that I have a lot of experience, but I've never seen water, and here we have more of a Teflon tape situation. Never seen any water. Let's find out if we have any water in here, and lo and behold, we don't. Just have some threading debris from a long time ago, it would seem. Okay, we'll reuse this. I'm going to reuse this T, but I'm going to replace this here, just make this one piece to into the valve. So I went and bought a, that's roughly 5 inches. Went and bought a 5.5 inch. That looks like a 6. Yep, it's a 6. This looks like it. 5.5 inch piece here. And I'll replace this whole section here. Now, it's not a good position to be in for that. I have to get over to the side of it here. Run my wrench out. And yeah, of course. Alright, we'll get the other pipe wrench and we'll pull that puppy out. So let's go ahead and just do that now. Get that on there. Oops, daisy. Yeah, old copper pipe, you're going to kind of be in the way, so let's bend you a little bit. Close this up slightly. Yeah, a little more leverage here. Just there we go. Not quite yet. Let's see. I bought a bunch of pieces. Hopefully. I can get it together with that, otherwise I'll be making another trip to the home improvement store, which will remain nameless at the moment. Let's see if we can pop this off of here without too much strain on the low hot water here. Yeah, here we go. Pinchy fingers. Don't like that at all. Pinchy fingers are not fun. Alright, so let's get that out of there. Now, it looks like they used pipe dope at this point, and alright, ready to put in the new piece. Ooh, pardon me. Which is in cellophane, and I will have to get the knife up. Open. Alright. Burr in there. Burr. Kind of reminds me of the Amazing Mr. Ed, which just goes further to date me. Fussing over nothing. So, yeah. Now, get out the pipe dope. Alrighty. Well, and this is what it looks like. It's just clay and oil. And we'll get this doped up real good. Make sure the threads are nice and full of this material. And let's go ahead and put the T on first. Get this loose stuff out of here. Okie dokie. And we'll get the pipe dope on the other end and put that into the water heater. There's a little loose material in there. I'll just fish it out, roll it on out of there, and get our pipe. Do same here. More pipe dope. too stingy with it. Make sure we got all that filled up real nice. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll go and pick this end, I guess. Doesn't matter. On the other hand, you can use this to tighten up. Give it another twist or so. Maybe one more half turn. Just doing that by feel. Okay, and I just put a little more pipe dope back on this puppy here. Right. Here's a trusty pipe wrench. Yeah, tighten that just a wee bit. Right. Now, I've got a 6-inch. I just went with 6 inches. It's pretty much arbitrary. 6-inch nipple here to come off the top of that. T. So let's get this doped up. Yeah, being a little sloppy with it here. No biggie. Alright, you got threads here somewhere along the line. Alright. From there, I'm going to go to a union. That's not a union. Just feeling around the bag here, expecting to find what I want. And of course, it's not cooperating. Here we go. Okay, we got their black union. And this will allow any future plumber the ability to disconnect the let's go on here, and then by undoing the union, then you can take the gas line, disconnect it from the hot water heater from the gas line, and swap it out when it's necessary. So here we go again, more pipe dope. It's kind of like an erector set, isn't it? Lincoln Logs or whatever. Let's put the pieces together. Well, this is the easy part because there's a slight, from what I can tell, there's a slight misalignment of these pipes from here up to the valve. And I hope I have the solution to that. We will find out when I get to that point. And I don't know if it matters really which way. Put the union on here, I guess, for the sake of it not coming apart when you disconnect it, or this piece sliding down. We'll put it on the top. So let's go ahead and get this guy put on. And I need a rag. Should have brought a paper towel. I've just doped up my fingers. Alright. Boy, do I feel dopey. Okay, enough of the jokes. Why? I don't know. No reason. Joke all you want. Let's tighten this puppy on. And let's see if we can get Mr. Union here. Open this up a bit. Get on that better. Get on that better. Yeah, I guess we got some finger tightening we can do yet. Feel dopey again. I'm really getting dopey. I guess I shouldn't have been so sloppy with my dope. What the heck? What's dope for, huh? But to get sloppy with. And now you're thinking, what am I talking about? Innuendo. Innuendo. Alright, let's see. That might be tight enough. We shall see. Okay, dopey. Where's the other 6 dwarfs at? Now, alrighty, Rudy. Tighten this thing down just to have some idea of what we're going to be doing next. Well, okay, I guess it's time to take down the copper here and get that flare fitting off of that valve. And I am going to take a little break and go get some paper towel and clean myself up a bit. Alright, well, that was a well-timed break, the details of which I will not go into. Now, let's see if we can get this. Oh, I know we can, but matter of how much arguing it's gonna do. Yeah, it's gonna argue. Naturally, it's gonna argue a little bit. So, Bojangles, Bojangles. There we go. Let's get the copper off the flare fitting. Hopefully, we will use you no more. Now, what do you think? You think I can take that off with a little old... Yeah, why bother? Just go right to the pipe wrench. Let's get this sucker off. Oop, wrong way. Get the little booger adjusted here. And hope it twists out of there without twisting the valve. Gonna ding up the brass. There we go, good. I guess I could have key-eyed a bit. I'll give you strength. Like Mr. Miyagi tell Daniel-san. Give key-eye, give power. Make key-eye, give power. Get the dialogue right. Played Mr. Miyagi and on stage. That was fun. Except it was a late night show and that wasn't fun. Alright, now we have direct to the valve. And I figured I'd come off of that with a 12-inch. Of course, I grabbed a 10. Here's a 12. A 12-inch nipple. Don't ask me why they call them that. It sounds sexist or something, doesn't it? I don't know what the idea was. Maybe it comes from cows. I don't know what the origins of the word nipple are relative to plumbing. But we'll get this thing dopey. Oh, so dopey. Oh, so dopey. It's so dopey. Yeah, might as well do both ends, huh? What do you say? Yeah. A little more on there. Alright. I'd say this pipe is doped up. And don't ask me where the term dope comes from either. I couldn't answer that. So, now, I think it's pretty obvious. Maybe not so, but And if we extend this pipe down, we don't quite meet up with this. So what I expect to have to do, I bought a couple of elbows and some real short nipples. What do we got here? This bag has now become more trouble than it's worth, so let's just dump this stuff out. I suppose if I have some of this left over. So I got 2 elbows, and I figure between them and some length of pipe here ought to be able to come up with some kind of an alignment. I just hope I bought a long enough piece to go from there to here. We'll find out, I guess. I got a coupler or 2 in there if I have to piece together some short sections to make it work. So, alright, let's just let's make sure the camera is, everything here now is in frame. We're done up here other than the tightening. But let me just check, make sure, let's see what's going on. Oh, and of course now it's complaining about, what do we got? We got that there and we've got that there, so we're all in frame. And now the thing is saying the battery is running low, so I better stop, change the battery, and then come back to this.